Let me tell you something weird about humans. We can have everything, money, status, dream life, and still ruin it for chasing more. A billionaire can feel poor, superstar can feel average, and the winner can feel like a loser because there is someone better. Today I'm gonna show you why people who have that all can still crash, and how the same trap can destroy your happiness, your life, your future, if you don't learn one simple word, and it is enough. Most of the things you feel can be boiled down to one simple formula. Your happiness is your expectations minus your results. You can grind, you can increase your results, you can make more money, you can level up your life, but if you won't set a ceiling for your expectations, you will never catch your happiness. Ever. Money runs on logic, but humans don't. The second we get a win, we instantly raise the bar. Did you get a good results? And now you're starting thinking about what could be better. You got a better job? Now you want another that is slightly better. So you never hit a moment when your expectations and reality meets. And this is how people turn into hamsters sprinting in the spinning wheel, chasing the finish line that keeps teleporting forward. Today I want to talk about how you can find your enough, why it matters, and what is the hidden traps if you will ignore it. Let's start from the story. Ryan Gupta, former CEO of McKinsey, one of the most respected consultants on the planet. Dude climbed all the way from nothing to running the most elite strategy firm in the world. He had the money, the power, the network, the respect. Literally the final boss of corporate success. But here's the plot twist. Even after reaching that level, he wanted more. And his more wasn't life-changing more, not generational wealth more. I'm talking about pennies, pocket change compared to what he already had. So he started slipping insider info to his buddy, who was trading stocks. Why? Because that tiny extra gain felt exciting. And what happened? He got caught, lost his career, reputation, freedom. Years of building a legendary life destroyed for a few dollars he didn't even need it. This is a danger of never enough. When your expectations have no limit, your logic disappears. You start risking things that actually matters for things that do not. And what is the psychology behind it? Why does someone who has everything feels like they're losing? Imagine a rookie basketball player. He signs his first NBA contract and makes around $1 million a year. That's insane money, generational wealth. But he's not comparing himself to normal people. He's comparing himself to another guy in the same locker who makes real super money. Someone like Klay Thompson, making around $43 million a year. That's 40 times more than rookie. But Klay still isn't comparing himself to the rookie. He's looking on the big guys like LeBron, who pulled $47 million just from the last months, not counting his $1 billion lifetime Nike contract. And here's where it gets wild. Even at the top, on the billionaire level, race is still going on. Someone is always ahead, someone is always making more money, which means that this battle cannot be won. But here's the truth. If you're not better than somebody else, it doesn't mean that you're losing, because enough isn't a defeat. Enough isn't small. Enough equals safety. Here's the great way to think about enough. People act like setting limits is like leaving money on a table or wasting potential. But it's actually the opposite. Enough is understanding that open-ended appetite for success will actually push you to the regret. The only way to know how much exactly you can eat is to eat until you're sick. Technically that works, but nobody does it because throwing up hurts more than this one more bite that can be possibly tasty. For some reason we understand it with food, but we completely ignore it with work, success and money. So instead of stopping early, People continue to push until something cracks. Sometimes it's something small like burnout at the work or taking risks that you cannot handle. Sometimes it's something much worse. Look at Riot Gupta. This guy had everything. Respect, wealth, status, life people dream about, but because every extra dollar still felt worth chasing, he crossed the line he didn't need to cross. Whether it's overworking yourself to the ground, gambling with money you cannot afford to lose, or risking your entire reputation for small gains, the pattern is the same. The refusal to stop, the refusal to say enough. And the truth is simple. If you cannot say enough, life will eventually say it for you. Yes, risk is an important part of the business. Risk is a part of investing. Risk is a part of life. Without risk there's no growth. But there's things you should never gamble with, no matter how big are potential gains. It is your reputation, your freedom and independence, your happiness, your family and people who trust you. Knowing enough isn't about limiting your potential, it is about protecting things you cannot rebuild if you lose them. Yo, thank you for sticking until the end. At Project ARKAD we're trying to reshape how our generation thinks about the wealth and money. So even a simple like help us achieve that goal. If you know somebody who needs this video, please share it with them. And if you like our vibe, please check ARKAD Wallet. This is our no bullshit budgeting application. It drops in January 2026 and it's free. I promise you won't regret it, so just join the waiting list. It's free again. Just go to arkadwallet.com or using the link in the description and see you around. Bye. It's harder to let them go from the office of wisdom.